Hi there, welcome to Nauctis on YouTube.
As we all know, the ocean is not merely vast. Instead, it holds extraordinary mysteries alongside unpredictable climates and weather conditions. To navigate this vast ocean, every maritime company has begun developing the latest innovations with advanced technology and sturdy construction. Nevertheless, cases of shipwrecks still occur frequently every year. Indeed, there are still large ships that are unable to withstand the ferocity of waves and storms in the middle of the ocean. This indicates that the forces of nature are far greater than human creations, especially ships. However, it is not uncommon for shipwrecks in the ocean to occur due to human actions. From all the shipwreck tragedies, here are several recent incidents of ship accidents from around the world. MV Angel. A 21-year-old container ship named MV Angel has been anchored about 2.8 nautical miles or approximately 5 kilometers off the coast of Kaohsiung, Taiwan since arriving from Dalian, China on July 4, 2023. Unfortunately, the container ship began to take on water and sink in the early hours of Friday, July 21, 2023. Various efforts to stabilize the MV Angel container ship were made but ultimately failed. As a result, the containers from the ship scattered along the waterway. Upon learning of this, port officials immediately closed one of the entrances to the Kaohsiung port. They sought to accommodate more than 1,300 scattered containers due to the sinking of the MV Angel ship. Officials in coastal cities in the southern region also issued warnings to the shipping and fishing industries that there was a high probability these containers would drift into their waters. However, prior to this, the captain of the MV Angel ship had reported to port authorities that his ship had entered a dangerous status and 19 of his crew members had to abandon ship. After all crew members were rescued, there were reports that the ship would be towed to shallow waters. However, the plan was rejected due to concerns about oil leaks and increased ship instability. Ruar. A ship sailing under the Belize flag was reported to have been attacked by missiles by Yemen's Houthi rebels in the Red Sea on February 18, 2024. 9 days later, on February 27th, the ship known as Ruar sank after days of being submerged. This was the first ship to be completely destroyed as part of Iran-backed militant campaign over the Israel-Palestine war in the Gaza Strip. At that time, the Ruar ship was sailing to deliver cargo through vital waterways from Asia and the Middle East to Europe. The sinking of the cargo ship, which carried a load of 21,000 metric tons of ammonium phosphate sulfate fertilizer, was deemed to cause ecological damage to the Red Sea and its coral reefs. The sinking of Ruar by the Houthis disrupted traffic in that route. Consequently, many ships deviated and took alternative routes. This led most ships intending to pass through to opt for alternative routes with higher insurance rates. Certainly, this could potentially increase global inflation and affect aid deliveries to various regions around the world. MVC Eagle. On September 18, 2022, Egypt's cargo ship named MVC Eagle was reported to have lost stability in the Iskenderun port, Turkey, while unloading containers. While unloading container cargo using port transport trucks, the ship suddenly tilted into the port. The Turkish Ministry of Transport said various efforts had been made to stabilize the ship. However, these efforts were unsuccessful, causing the ship to capsize. Additionally, the ministry informed that 24 containers were missing from the ship sailing under the Togo flag. Moreover, the ship also experienced a sudden minor oil leak. Fortunately, all crew members were safely evacuated and there were no casualties. Through circulated photos and videos, it was observed that initially Sea Eagle was docked on the right side of the dock, then tilted and overturned to the left side, then docked at the lower stern and left side. Eventually, due to loss of balance, the ship sank. From this incident, 63.5 tons of oil from the ship were found, and port authorities made efforts to pump the oil. For information, before arriving at the Iskenderun port, this approximately 88-meter-long ship initially sailed from Alexandria, Egypt, and briefly stopped at Mersin, Turkey on September 16th. After that, the ship, built in 1984, continued its voyage to Iskenderun port until the unfortunate incident occurred. MV Pango Express. MV Pango Express is a small feeder vessel built in 2004 with a length of 74 meters and a width of 13 meters. This ship is owned by Chattogram Port, Bangladesh, and operated by a local company named Sea Glory Shipping. However, on July 6, 2023, the Pango Express began to lose stability, causing part of its body to sink while transferring containers to the shores and lands of Bangladesh. Reports indicate that the ship departed from Chattogram around 4 local time, facing rough seas near Bashanvar Island and Sandwip Strait before reaching the river. Weather agencies had previously warned of some turbulence. However, reports stated that Pango Express faced strong winds and high sea waves and tides. Nevertheless, the ship's captain still attempted to sail towards the coast. Eventually, there was an emergency call around 11 on July 6th. 12 crew members and 2 personnel from the Bangladesh Inland Water Transport Authority were evacuated using a fishing vessel. Fortunately, there were no casualties from this incident. However, it was reported that 3 ship containers were lost at sea. Therefore, Chattogram port authorities warned ships sailing in the area to be cautious and wary of containers in the water. HMCS Sukotai. Lastly, there is a small warship or corvette named HMCS Sukotai, owned and operated by the Royal Thai Navy. The ship, built in 1986, was reported missing after patrolling about 27 nautical miles or approximately 32 kilometers east of Bang Sapan, or precisely from a port in 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗃 province on December 18, 2022. While on patrol to monitor potential weather hazards, suddenly this Ratanakosin class corvette experienced electrical failure and pump failure. This was caused by seawater flowing into the electrical system through the exhaust pipe, causing a power outage that rendered the ship's engine and steering mechanism inoperative. As a result, the crew began losing control of the ship. Furthermore, seawater quickly filled the ship's hull, causing HMCS Sukotai to tilt further. At 23:30 local time, the ship sank. Before sinking, weather advisors from the Thai Meteorological Department had announced waves as high as 4 meters and advised the ship's crew to proceed with caution. Upon learning of this, the Royal Thai Navy immediately dispatched HMCS 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 However, only 𝗂𝗲𝗃𝗃 was close enough to the scene. Besides ships, 2 helicopters were also deployed to assist in the evacuation process. Because the Sukotai corvette disappeared after midnight, rescue teams struggled to locate the ship and its crew due to the darkness of the night. From this search, 75 out of the total of 106 crew members were declared safe from this incident. Meanwhile, 6 others died, and the rest were still declared missing until they were found on December 20th, 2022. This incident became one of the most tragic shipwreck cases in Thailand.